Patience is what they tell the slaves to convince the slaves to keep being slaves. That's what it is. If I was in charge of the world, right, and I had a working class of slaves, which is what the working class is. I don't use that word slaves unironically, right? You're slaves, and I'll tell you why. If I can create something from thin air, and I can create unlimited amounts of it, and I can make you give up your life for this thing, you're my slave. If I could create dollars from thin air, unlimited amounts, and I can make you sacrifice your life.
Fiat currency.
And make you sacrifice your life for a tiny percentage of what I can create from thin air, you are my slave. Because even if you say no, I'll say, I'll give you some more. Oh, okay. Oh, here's some more of the free thing I make. Here, go do it. Go clean the streets. You're a slave, right? So the slaves, what they do to keep the slaves being slaves is they advertise patience. Don't worry, here's what you do. You go to school, you go to college, you go to university, you get in debt, you get a mortgage, you get in more debt. You work really hard. Don't worry, your life's shit now, but in the future it'll be good. Don't worry, a good day's coming. You might retire with a 401k. Keep working, keep going, slave. You can do it. Patience is how they trick you into keep being a slave.
Yep.
I turned myself from no money to my first million in 2 years to 30 million 3 years later. That's how fast you can make money if you're about money. If you're about it, right? So I've never believed in patience. You gotta forget the patience. You gotta forget the people who
Money
don't.
loves speed, man.
Money loves speed.
Yeah.
You gotta forget the people who aren't about money around you. It's gotta be all you think about, all you talk about. You gotta start producing. You gotta start attracting attention one way or another. And if you do all those things, you will start to make some money. But next time you're sitting with your friends, this is a challenge for every single person watching this. Next time you sit with your friends, unprompted, come in, sit down, and just join in the conversation. Just join in whatever they're talking about. And after about 20 seconds, sit and think, this is bullshit. This is not gonna make any of us rich. They're talking about this, that, this bitch, fucking football game, this guy. This is not gonna make any of us rich.
Yep. Nonsense.
Eureka, I am wasting my life. I'll tell you one more thing. With the modern world we live in and this virus, blah, 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 the time to get rich is running out.
Yep.
The time to get rich is running out. Slavery is coming and you're not going to be able to escape. I don't want to rant and rant and rant, but I don't think most people realize that when they're printing all this money.
Tell them, Andrew.
When Biden is printing all this money, saying we're going to give you a relief check, what happens when they print money from the sky is that the currency inflates,
Yes.
right? The currency is worth less, which means it's going to take more of said currency to purchase assets. This is what's going to happen.
Yep.
So the rich who own the assets, the value of their assets increase, and the poor with no assets, the ability to buy one becomes harder and harder as days go on because it's so much more expensive compared to their wages. The rich are literally getting richer and the poor are literally getting poorer in real time.
Yep.
You can see it happening. And it's about to be have-nots and have-yachts up in this motherfucker. And if you're on the wrong team,
What the fuck?
if you're on the wrong team, you're never gonna escape.
Yeah.
These are some of the last years where a broke person can genuinely escape the matrix. You are running out of time. Forget that patience crap, right? You gotta get rich now.
Yeah.
You gotta get rich now. So I don't think a lot of people understand what's really happening. So if you don't get your act together, you're gonna have trouble.